It's Friday, April 19th, 2013, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. Apologies for my absence on Monday, but thanks so much to Kevin for filling in for me. Had a death in the family that I had to go see to, so yeah. But let's go ahead and get started with the news. First up, several times in the past we've talked about TWRP, TWRP. This is the Team Win Recovery Project, essentially a custom recovery where you can go in and do lots and lots of fun stuff to your phone. Well, Team Win has now come out with version 2.5.0.0, and the biggest changes for this new version, lots of bug fixes, lots of updates and tweaks and things like that. But they've made things run better, they've added new theming and support for 1080p devices. And additionally, they've made some extra tweaks available for doing brightness scaling and setting timeouts for when your screen will turn off, because on a lot of recoveries, the screen will not turn off when you're in recovery. And more importantly, it is now also available for the HTC One. So when you get this brand new device, you can go ahead and throw TWRP on top of it and do all of your custom recovery type stuff, backing up, repartitioning, flashing new stuff, whatever else you want to do. So if you are already a TWRP user, or if you're interested in becoming one, head on over to the forum thread to get more details. Moving right along, if you've been on the internet for any amount of time over the last few months, you've probably seen or heard something about Google Glass. This is a cool new little device that Google has come up with that's essentially a pair of glasses with currently no glasses, but a little piece of HUD that sticks up here that allows you to interact with your phone or interact with other Google-related stuff. I'm oversimplifying there. There's a lot to it. It can do pictures and video. It can do Google Now stuff. I think it does actually tether to a device, so it's not like a standalone thing. Neither here nor there. The reason this does get mentioned, the reason I'm talking about it, Google has officially released the APIs, all of the developer documentation, for doing your own stuff with Glass. The API is called Mirror, and it's done in both Java and Python, so you can essentially use whichever of those languages you want to write the applications. And actually, a quick look at their site, there's lots and lots of videos and documentation there, so if you just want to learn a little bit more about Glass and see a little bit of Glass in use and some development on it, head on over to the Glass Mirror API site to get some more information. And speaking of developing your own apps, like I said before, you can do Android apps in Java. Well, apparently you can also do them in C#. Yes, if you're not familiar with it, Mono is a project that aims to make C# and actually other .NET languages available on Linux and Linux-related operating systems. Well, XDA senior member Shattered Hell has gone ahead and created a tutorial for creating your own C# applications for Android, if that's something that you're interested in. As a former C# developer, nope, I'm good. But if that is something that interests you, definitely go ahead and take a look at his tutorial. Technically, C#'s not really all that bad, it's just not something that I really enjoy doing. But that's me, that may not be you. Like I said, go ahead and take a look at it if it's something that interests you, if you're a developer and you want to learn more. Moving right along to some XDA-specific news. We've talked about it before. Cruzerlite and XDA have partnered up to make some gear that is XDA related. Well, one new item has been added to the Cruzerlite store that is XDA branded, and that is an HTC One case. Very cool, swanky looking thing, and if you have the HTC One or if you're planning on getting one, you may want to take a look over at the Cruzerlite site to see if it's something that you're going to want to go with as well. And actually, something that I missed on the first reading of the story, to launch this case, Cruzerlite is going to be giving away 10 $14 gift cards and will throw in free shipping. So you just have to tweet at XDA Developers and Cruzerlite, follow them on Twitter, and hashtag it with XDA Cruzerlite. So something like XDA Developers, XDA Cruzerlite, my first smartphone was the Palm OS Samsung i500, hashtag XDA Cruzerlite. 10 winners will be chosen by Cruzerlite on Friday, so if you're interested in picking up some cool stuff from Cruzerlite, read this post because I definitely butchered it up pretty well there. And one other really cool thing that happened on the forums this week, some new features have been implemented into vBulletin, specifically mentions and some updated quote tracking. The mentions thing's really the thing that got talked about in the post, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. Essentially now, when you're making a post on the XDA forum, if you do an @ whatever name, somebody's username specifically, as you start typing it, it'll give you a drop-down list of available names, so you don't even have to type it in. If someone's got one of these really funny character names that has all sorts of special symbols or numbers or upper or lower case combinations, whatever, it'll just populate that for you, and it can notify the person when you do use it. There are also settings in the control panel that have been updated to reflect it, So if you want to know more about that, read the post. Go ahead and check your control panel on the forum to get all of the what can and can't you do with mentions things out of the way. I think you do have to have that same minimum number of posts like you do if you want to post a URL or something. I think you have to have 10 posts. So I don't know, if that's something that you want to try out, definitely go ahead and give it a look. And finally, there were 3 other videos posted to XDA Developer TV this week. The first one was a 3-way comparison of podcasting apps across Windows Phone, iOS, and Android done by Steve. And then Adam posted a video about engineering an Android app, going through the design, build, and test phases. And then TK did another Android app showdown going between ES File Explorer and Solid Explorer. So if those topics are anything that you're interested in, definitely go take a look at the videos. But that's going to be about all from me for today. Again, thanks to Kevin for covering for me on Monday. Definitely appreciate that. And make sure to hit that like button down below if you like this video, and subscribe to receive our content as soon as it becomes available. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again on Monday.